There was no way I was going to skip this story. We got to talk about it because, again, I do blame. I don't blame fully. I mean, there's a lot of people that have blame in the January 6th riots.
Right.
But I definitely think Trump played a part. I definitely think that he purposely played a part. And I think that he did not care about the repercussions. I absolutely believe the stories that people have said of him in there watching TV, giddy because of what was going on. 100%.
But do you think that's the outcome he wanted? It was for people to actively go in and attack?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I think that matters.
So, well, I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I am saying that, like, I'm not saying he should be fully... I'm not saying that like, the whole thing should be his fault and, like, he should go to jail for every single thing that happened there, right? What I'm saying is he played a role, and he definitely should be held accountable for that role.
Right.
And that's why I thought impeachment was such a good process, because impeachment can simply be high crimes and misdemeanors and things that don't uphold your level of your office, right? What he did, to me, was way beneath a president, in my opinion. But here's this next part. The reason I'm bringing this up is he gave a post-indictment interview to Roger Stone. Of course, that's not surprising. And he says, our country has to protest. This thing is a disgrace. It's a disgraceful indictment. It shouldn't happen, and it was done for political reasons. Now, I will say, Christopher Wray, again, was appointed by himself, by Trump.
Right.
So the FBI is not, they're not out there just doing Biden's bidding right now. They're just not. What are the political reasons? Trump claims that the timing of his indictment was to cover up a massive crime perpetuated by Hunter Biden.
Right.
So Trump actually thinks that the big fish here is Hunter Biden, and Trump is only worth going after as a flare, as like a countermeasure.
I think he's saying they announced it to distract from the Hunter Biden investigation.
I think that's really stupid.
So it came out this week. This week was when, or prior to this indictment, is when they announced the.
I think
the tape with
that if you,
Biden accepting.
I think that if you believe that Biden is a bigger story than Trump, that you haven't been watching the news since 2015.
I disagree.
Okay. Well,
so
if you haven't watched the news since 2015.
If it turns out that Biden did accept $5 million from Burisma.
Joe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that change your mind?
Not on whether or not
I think him taking bribes as vice president and probably president would be way bigger news.
It would not change my mind on what's the bigger story. And, well, it would not change my mind on this being a distraction. It would change my mind on the fact that it's a huge story. So it's a huge story if that happens, right?
Okay.
But what doesn't change for me is the fact that, for me at least, the big fish right now, again, we've already talked about it. So Biden has about, 60% support among Democrats, 40% really don't like him. Every Republican hates him, right? Donald Trump has about 40% support for Republicans. The rest don't care for him, and everyone else hates him, right?
Right.
More people in our country hate Trump than Biden, although it might be kind of close sometimes. I'm willing to admit that they're, neither one of them are very high on our list, right?
Right.
But I think that the bigger fish and the bigger story is absolutely Trump being indicted on 37 counts. My opinion. And I think throwing out a red herring to distract from Hunter Biden is cuckoo. It's completely ridiculous.
We'll see what ends up coming out in the long run.